Professor Stella Onyeagbo, Professor Michelle, Professor Ibiyinka Fuwape, and Vice Chancellor of Michael and Cecilia Hebrew University, and also management staff of VICBHE. You're welcome. Professor Kuteyi Temitayo Richard, Professor Olusegun Segla, Professor Ngozi Achi, Professor Augustine Oko, Professor Iniekon Udo, Professor Ikujenlola Abiodun Victor, Professor Theresa Ebuchuna, Professor Florence Kakwe, Professor Sadiq Abdul, Professor Olufunke Oyebamiji, Professor Charity Angia, Professor Ekuma Kama, Professor Bashira Oladipupo Folarin, Professor Mairiga, Professor Golagade, Vice Chancellor APU. We are glad to, we appreciate your presence.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Lani. Can you hand over to the registrar of the institute for her to call the meeting to order? Just 1 minute, and then we can take up. Dr. Ejina Segun Buhari, do you have the program that you want to show now? Segun Buhari? Okay, he's not active.
Sir. Mrs. Wasilatu Ainodion, the registrar, VICBHE, I welcome you to take the call to order and establish the protocol. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Warm greetings to you wherever you are across the continent. Permit me to formally call this opening ceremony to order. Your Excellencies, the special guest of honor, Cynthia Jackson Hammond, President, Council for Higher Education Accreditation, Secretary General, Association of African Universities, AAU Ghana, Professor Olushola Oyewole, Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, Professor Abdullahi Ribadu, Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Architect Sonny Echonu, CEO, National Commission for Higher Education of Malawi, Dr. Ambu Milire Firi, Executive Secretary, National Commission for Colleges of Education, Professor Paulinus Okwele, Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, Professor Idris Bugaje, the Vice Chancellor, National Open University of Nigeria, Professor Olufemi Peters, Chairman and members of Stratcom, National Universities Commission, Director and Facilitator General, VICBHE, Emeritus Professor Peter Okebukola, OFR, Chairman of the occasion, Professor Yakubu Ochefu, former Secretary General, Committee of Vice Chancellors and Pro-Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, the keynote speaker, Engineer Ore Oluwa Okebukola, Global Cybersecurity Consultant, Atlanta, management and members of the Academic Board of VICBHE, resource persons for VICBHE Module 10 training, grading facilitators of VICBHE and the technical team, VICBHE Module 10 participants, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Virtual Institute for Capacity Building in Higher Education, VICBHE, it is my great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you gathered here today for the opening ceremony of the VICBHE Module 10 training. The module, titled The Basic Cybersecurity for Higher Education Practitioners, will run from April 28 to July 11, 2025, spanning about 10 weeks and a few days. This training program aims to provide higher education for staff with fundamental cybersecurity knowledge and skills to help safeguard institutional data and personal information, among other objectives. The delivery method will assume zero basic knowledge and topics taught in the most simplified manner to ensure complete understanding. Warm-up activities have already commenced. With more than 4,520 registered participants from universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education, you can be rest assured that VICBHE's leadership, true to its tradition, is committed to providing everyone with an outstanding educational journey. I hope our esteemed participants relish the chance to learn from the finest experts in the field, and I wish you a truly rewarding experience. I'm pleased to announce.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
National anthem, please.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to invite the chairman of this occasion. Sincere apologies, I failed to recognize the chairman of the occasion. Please, it's my pleasure to welcome Professor Yakubu Ochefu, former Secretary General, Committee of Vice Chancellors, Pro-Chancellors of Nigerian Universities. He has done greatly well, and it's a pleasure to have you, sir, to give your opening remarks.
Thank you much. I'm sure you hear me. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, educators, and participants from across
we would
the
like
higher
to see
education
you,
sector
sir.
in Africa.
Professor Ochefu, the chair, would like to see you.
An honor.
I don't know if I'm the only one who is not seeing you. Yes, we can see you now. Please carry on.
Yes. Yes. Okay. It's both an honor and privilege to address this opening ceremony for the virtual training workshop on basic cyber security for higher education practitioners. In an era where digital transformation is reshaping every facet of education, research, and institutional operations, this workshop arrives not at a moment soon. Today, we gather not custodians of knowledge, but guardians of our digital frontiers under constant siege by evolving longer just centers of learning, repositories of records, intellectual property, financial information, and cutting edge. Yet many of us operate under the illusion that our systems are immune to attack. The reality, owners view higher education institutions as soft targets, and a 2023 report by UNESCO revealed that over 60% of global universities experience ransom. And closer home, Nigerian universities are faced similar vulnerabilities, from phishing to unauthorized access to academic portals. These threats are not hypothetical. They are here, and they demand urgent collective action. Cybersecurity is no longer the sole responsibility of IT departments. It is imperative for every lecturer, administrator, registrar, and student. This training workshop seeks to empower you, the practitioners, with foundational knowledge to identify risks, institutional assets, and respond effectively when breaches occur. The state of cybersecurity in our landscape today is defined by sophistication, scale, and speed. Attack vectors such as ransomware, phishing, or business email compromise, insider threats where malicious within our institutions exploit trusted access, other DDoS are real. Beyond financial losses, such breaches erode public trust, compromise academic integrity, and jeopardize national security, especially when research on sensitive topics is still. Many of the higher education institutions lack incident response, leaving them scrambling in the aftermath of attack. Artificial intelligence become a game changer amid all these technical changes as it offers powerful tools. AI is revolutionizing security by enabling threat detection, automated responses, predictive analytics, and behavioral biometrics. Let us not fall into the trap of viewing AI as a silver bullet. In the advent of ChatGPT, we also have fraud, which are to make fraudulent and hacking activities easy and simple. Cybersecurity remains a human-centered discipline. Algorithms are only they are trained on, and attackers also wield AI. The human angle, our greatest strength and weakness advances, the human factor remains pivotal. A single click in a phishing email can overhaul the best defenses. Conversely, a well-trained staff member, a suspicious email becomes our phase of defense. This workshop understands to foster a culture of cybersecurity awareness, a mindset where people...
Thank you, sir.
Chairman, you have just, your time is up. I think we should move on. I'm muting him
30
now.
seconds, I'm done.
We have this interesting characteristic.
You must invest not only in firewalls.
In VICBHE, if your time is your time. So please carry on, Professor Olaniyi.
Chairman, sir, we thank you very much for the opening remarks.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's now time to welcome the Facilitator General and Director of the Virtual Institute for Capacity Building in Higher
Yeah,
Education.
thank you very much, Professor Monioluwa Olaniyi, Your Excellencies. Chairman of the occasion, Professor Yakubu Ochefu, who is the immediate past Secretary General of Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities and Pro-Chancellors. Our special guest of honor, Dr. Cynthia Jackson Hammond, my boss, the Secretary General of the Association of African Universities. He appointed me ambassador of all the universities in West Africa. Professor Olushola Oyiwole, who is extremely busy now in Tanzania, and he said, no matter how he does, I mean, he will still be here. Welcome you. I welcome my executive secretaries, UCMBT, SCC, Dr. Michelle Clavel of CHAIR. CHAIR is the Council for Higher Education Accreditation. Is the #1 global. So the president of CHAIR is the president of the world in the quality assurance space. The over 4,500 participants at this training program, ladies and gentlemen, I give a little bit of history. 24 years ago, Africa started this kind of training, 24 years ago. We started as the Virtual Institute for Higher Education Pedagogy, VICBHE. By 2004, we evolved. I'm giving you a little evolution. I mean, some short story, the evolution. By 2003, by the way, we changed to the Virtual Institute for Higher Education in Africa. And then by 2010, we evolved to another. Then by 2018, we then became the Virtual Institute for Capacity Building in Higher Education. In this module 10, the assumption is that we'll have had modules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the 10th one. So it's our 10th anniversary, 10th presentation. Our programs are demand-driven. Demand-driven means we'll survey the higher education terrain in Africa, finding out from the practitioners what are their training needs, and then we'll develop a program that will address these training needs. We've done quite a lot, I tell you. Well, 1, 2, 3. This 10th one, as the chairman of the event said, cybersecurity. The last one was on writing grant-winning proposals. We had thousands of participants, and I'm happy to let you know that all the participants in that training program have been writing to us to say that the training helped them in winning grants nationally, internationally. This program is about cybersecurity. Our chairman has said it all. And our registrar, wonderful registrar, that you're calling to order is just top class. I really appreciate it. You summarized the whole thing. So I welcome you all. And before I leave, Africa is celebrating someone who has contributed so much to, just give him a name, to higher education quality assurance in the world. And Africa has not been left out. In fact, anything having to do with Africa, she extends to us. And when we have programs in CHAIR based in Washington, she ensures that Africa has, has some nice taste of that program to extend to the others in the continent. So on behalf of the Global University Network for Innovation, GUNI Africa, and the office that I hold, West Africa office of the Association of African Universities, it's my pleasure to present this Leadership in Higher Quality Assurance in Higher Education Award. We are presenting this award, much deserved, to Dr. Cynthia Jackson Hammond. As president of the Council for Higher Education Accreditation CHAIR since 2020, Cynthia Jackson-Hammond has been a strong advocate for accreditation and institutional quality. Under her leadership, Chair has continued to support higher education institutions all over the world in maintaining rigorous academic standards and ensuring continuous improvement. Her work has also extended internationally, influencing accreditation discussions and policies that impact higher education in Africa. We are proud, very happy to present this Leadership Quality Assurance in Higher Education Award to Dr. Cynthia Jackson-Hammond. Today, April 30th, 2025. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Dr. Cynthia Jackson-Hammond.
Thank you so much. I'm honored.
It's my pleasure then to start requesting goodwill messages from all our guests of honor. I invite Professor Olushola Oyewole, the Secretary General of AAU. Sir, for your...
Thank you very much, Professor Olaniyi. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me, on behalf of the Association of African Universities, to extend warm congratulations and commendation to all the participants of this significant African regional training on cybersecurity in higher education, VICBHE number 10. I heartily congratulate the over 4,000 learners, the largest number ever recorded, of eager learners gathered for this crucial training. Your enthusiasm for strengthening the cybersecurity capacities of our institutions is inspiring and speaks volumes of your commitment to the future of higher education in the African continent. Permit me at this time to especially applaud the National University Commission of Nigeria for its unwavering support for quality assurance and digital transformation in Nigerian higher education. Your collaboration with VICBHE under the visionary leadership of our Ambassador for Higher Education in West Africa, Emeritus Professor Peter Okebukola, is a model for regional capacity building effort. Cybersecurity is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity for safeguarding our academic integrity, digital assets, and institutional reputation. This training represents a bold and timely steps towards securing the digital environment of African universities. The AAU remains committed to supporting the initiatives that empower our institution with the knowledge, tools, and networks to thrive in the digital age. Let this be the beginning of ever greater cooperation across our nations, institutions, and minds. Congratulations to all of us. Congratulations to VICBHE. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful message. Let me invite the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, Professor Abdullahi Ribadu, for his goodwill message. Sir, you have the floor.
Yeah, his representative, because there are 11 private universities that have been licensed today, and he's busy. But he told me, yeah.
Okay.
So, but if his representative is here,
do we have his representative in the house?
He may wish to. Well, I muted everybody. He may wish to show his electronic hand. If not, let's press on.
All right. Let's move on to the next person. When his representative comes, we give him the floor. Dr. Ambumulire Piri, the CEO of National Commission for Higher Education of Malawi. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Our right on all protocols already observed. Your Excellencies, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to join you today for the opening of this very vital training on cybersecurity in higher education. We're so excited that Malawi will be part of this 4,000 plus participants participating in this record training. On behalf of the Malawi Council for Higher Education, I extend our warmest greetings and express sincere appreciation to VICBHE for spearheading this timely initiative. You know, digital technologies have become even more embedded in our academic and administrative operations. And so as we see advances in that area, the risks associated with cybersecurity are also too many. So we've seen data breaches, phishing, malware, vulnerabilities that we face are too many, too numerous to mention. Experiences, I'm sure for the 4,000 participants would be, they have so many examples. We see this growing threat, and therefore with that context, it is important that our higher education institutions must not only embrace the innovation, but also ensure that we build systems that are secure, resilient, but also well-informed. So this training, I believe, offers an excellent platform to build the capacity across the sector. Not just in Nigeria, not just in Malawi, Tanzania, Kenya, the whole continent. And it is encouraging to see that in this forum, there'll be various practitioners represented, academicians, administrators, technicians, quality assurance officers. We're excited to see you come together to strengthen the understanding of cybersecurity in higher education. We know that by doing so, we are taking a crucial step towards safeguarding our institutions on the continent, our data, but also indeed the future of higher education in our countries. And I'm proud that Malawi has not been spared from this. So let me commend VICBHE once again for the leadership. We wish all the participants a productive and engaging training. May the insights gained here translate to meaningful actions across our institutions and on our continent. Thank you very much. I want to say a special thank you to Professor Emeritus Peter Okebukola for connecting us and ensuring that the continent is well connected and we're moving together with this innovation. Thank you.
Thank you. We are grateful for that wonderful message. It's my pleasure to now invite the Vice Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria, Professor Olufemi Peters, or his representative. He's always here. If he's not, he will have sent his representative. All right.
VC, you are in the room. I saw you just now. Okay, baby stepped out so we can go on to another.
All right, so we move to the next person, and that is Professor Paulinus Okweli.
I am here.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay, yeah, he's back.
You have the floor for 2 minutes, sir.
2 minutes, yes.
I can't miss the opportunity, please.
I trust, yes.
Your Excellencies,
yeah, we're having
the
network challenge
is
there,
not
don't we?
stable.
Internet, yeah.
good afternoon, everyone. I want to for education practitioners. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, sir. Up and down. Yes.
All right. I'm sorry. Let me see what I can quickly change. I think I'm okay now. I'm having about 85% strength. Can I continue, please?
Yes, please.
Yeah, 85% is.
We are thrilled to have you here today.
Go on, VC.
It's terrible.
It's good. We can hear you now.
It's good. We can hear you now.
We are thrilled to have today as we delve into the essential topic on cybersecurity. At my university, and with our dependence on digital solutions and interconnectivity, we see cybersecurity as a business of protecting our digital assets in an interconnected world. Cybersecurity is no longer just a technical issue, ladies and gentlemen. It is impacting individuals, businesses, and governments alike. I am quite enthused that with over 4,000 subscribers, the module will be able to expose us to some key concepts, some of the cyber threats, and certainly some practical deployable strategies to enhance our cybersecurity posture. We give many thanks to our own Professor Emeritus Peter Okebukola Welfare.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks to NUC, and of course, I believe our participation will greatly capacitate all of us in the tertiary education sector with the knowledge and tools needed to navigate today's cyber landscape confidently. On behalf of my university, the largest single ODL university in Africa, I thank you for joining and for wanting to participate in this all-important workshop, and I wish you all an enriching journey to the world of cybersecurity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice
Thank
Chancellor.
you, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now it's my pleasure to invite Professor Paulinus Okwele, the Executive Secretary, NCCE. Sir, the floor is yours.
Yeah, it's in the room. Professor Okwele.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. The chairman of the occasion, the facilitator, our own dear Emeritus Prof, esteemed guests, and my respected participants. This VICBHE Module 10 training on basic cybersecurity for higher education practitioners on behalf of the National Commission for Colleges of Education and over 200 colleges of education in Nigeria, I sincerely appreciate the Virtual Institute for Capacity Building in Higher Education for organizing this significant and timely program. In this era of rapid digital transformation, cybersecurity knowledge is no longer optional. It's essential for safeguarding the activities of our educational ecosystem. At NCCE, we fully recognize the critical role that digital security plays in the delivery of quality teacher education. As we work towards building a resilient and globally competitive educational system, we place a premium on the need to empower our practitioners with the skills to protect institutional data and foster a culture of cybersecurity awareness. I commend all the 4,506 registered participants for your commitment to strengthening the future of our educational institutions. NCC remains committed to partnerships like this, which align with the Commission's mission of driving excellence through innovation and capacity development. Once again, I would like to thank the organizers for the opportunity, and I wish everyone, all the participants, a most impactful and rewarding training experience. God bless us all.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Professor Okwele. We have more of participation from the colleges of education, and we hope you continue to support us to encourage them to be part of trainings.
Thank you for carrying us along.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure now to invite Professor Idris Bugaje, Executive Secretary, MBTE, for his goodwill message for 2 minutes. Sir, you have a floor.
I'm not able to see him in the room, but if he has a representative, he can raise his electronic hand, and I will cause him to be co-host. Else, it will be difficult. So I think we can go on, and if we're able to get him, we will then get back to MBT.
Let me invite the Executive Secretary of TED Fund, Architect Sonny Echuno, for his goodwill message. Yes, TED Fund, sir.
Yes, TED Fund.
I'm
also not able to see him.
Does he have any representative?
Yeah, his representative should just show his electronic hand. If not,
all right. If not, then we move on. Okay, please permit me then to present to us the keynote speaker for this opening ceremony in the person of Engineer Ore Okebukola, a distinguished cybersecurity professional with over a decade of global experience designing and implementing cutting-edge security solutions. He holds a master's degree in engineering from Dalhousie University in Canada, and he has earned professional certifications, including certified CISSP, CEH, and he has experience working across Canada, United States, and India. He's been a senior technical specialist at the Insurance Corporation of British Columbia in Canada, and in the US at Amazing Web Services. He has held technical roles and is well experienced to give us a very enlightening keynote address. Engineer Ore Okebukola, you are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Olaniyi. It's so wonderful to be in this global event. Before I get started, good afternoon to all Your Excellencies, distinguished participants, esteemed facilitators, invited guests, and the entire VICBHE family. It's really a delight to be with you today at this official opening ceremony of VICBHE Module 10. You know, this is typical VICBHE fashion, the ABC of artificial, so I'm still going back to artificial intelligence, but no, this is cybersecurity for higher education practitioners. Now, let me begin with something familiar. Have you ever received a WhatsApp message that said, if you don't forward this message to at least 10 people within maybe 10 minutes, your phone will crash, or even worse, something terrible will happen to you? Well, I know it's almost like a national tradition. Even from the village, those messages will find you. I don't care how pious or scientific or non-superstitious you are. You've probably forwarded those messages along quietly, just in case. But I want to point out a true story as well. Not too long ago, a friend of mine who is highly educated, someone I regard as highly intelligent, he received an email from what he thought was his cloud storage provider. It appeared very professional. It appeared real. It had the logo, professional language, even terms and conditions apply at the bottom. And so they even put just to add a little extra fear, they added a ticking countdown timer on the page. With the stress of the day, going through multitasking, he panicked and he clicked the link, entered his password. Sure enough, his email was hijacked. Messages were sent to his contact list asking for financial help. Money was taken from his bank account. It was a really tough time for him. And that just showed us that in the real world, mistakes don't just, when you make mistakes online, it doesn't stay online. It causes real damage, real money, and real trust, real relationships are affected. It also taught us that online, you have to shine your eye well. And you make sure that for every link you're clicking, you're checking to recognize if the link is suspicious. And anyway, he ended up clicking the link and he had to go through damage control, following up with the bank. He had to explain and apologize to everyone involved. This experience showed me that cybersecurity is not just about intelligence, it's about vigilance. And that's why VICBHE has organized this training to move us from being vulnerable to being vigilant. At the top of my speech, I talked about Module 8. So let's just reflect briefly. Just a few months ago, many of us participated in VICBHE Module 8, where we explored the ABC of artificial intelligence. We marveled at how AI is transforming every part of life, changing the way we teach, the way we learn, conduct research. And now even some of us are using AI, just to get some small assistance on the discussion forums, much to the disapproval, of course, of our vigilant facilitator general. But as AI opens new doors of opportunity, it also opens doors for cyber threats. And today, cyber criminals are using AI to craft fake messages that appear authentic, crack passwords at lightning speed, and even launch sophisticated attacks without lifting a finger. That is why, in my opinion, Module 10 is not just important, it is urgent. It makes complete sense. We learned about AI, so now we must learn about how to defend ourselves in the digital world. I want to take this opportunity to appreciate Professor Emeritus Peter Okebukola, our visionary Director and Facilitator General, a luminary whose passion for education innovation and capacity building, it inspires us all. He has blessed countless lives, mine above all else, of course. Sir, you have given us thousands of opportunities that many universities would envy. I also want to salute the entire VICBE team, the facilitators, the coordinators, the tech support behind the scenes. Your impact is real, and I assure you that impact will be felt for generations to come. Distinguished participants, as the chairman of the event alluded to, as he remarked, cyber threats are no longer an IT people problem. They target everyone, from the bursars to the registrars, provost, vice chancellor. In fact, the bigger your role, the more attractive you are. Which they're not. When hackers cast their net, they're not casting small nets. They're hunting for the big fish, and what we call whale fishing, which I'm sure as the training progresses, we'll touch on. So simple things make a huge difference. Using strong passwords, recognizing suspicious emails, like I mentioned, keeping our devices updated, backing up your data securely, and teaching those around us good cybersecurity habits. Every small action we take builds defense in depth, which we learned about in lesson 1. That's creating layers of protection that make it harder for attackers to succeed. By the time we cross that finish line come July 11th, you will not only understand the language of cybersecurity, you'll be able to speak it fluently, confidently, and practically. And as Professor Okebukola said, you will not be classified as a mumu when the big boys, big boys and girls are talking cybersecurity. So we're not just here to pass the course or just get the certificate. We're actually stepping into a bigger role as champions of cybersecurity wherever we go. Let me leave you with this thought. Growing up, our elders warned us, don't collect sweets from strangers. Look left, look right, and left again before you cross the road. Lock your door before you sleep. But today, the wisdom has changed. Don't click suspicious links. Use strong passwords. Be careful what you share online, right? And lock your devices as tightly as you lock your front door. The battlefield has shifted, from the streets now to the screens, but the principle remains the same. Be watchful, be wise, and be ready. I'm grateful for this training, and thanks to VICBE, we are ready. Thank you once again to Professor Okebukola and the VICBE team and all our distinguished participants gathered here today. I want to wish you a rewarding learning journey, one that builds your knowledge, your confidence, and equips you with the wisdom that we need in this digital world and this fast, rapidly evolving world that we live in today. Congratulations to all. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.
Thank you. Wonderful. Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Super.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you indeed, Engineer Ore Okebukola. It's a wonderful speech. It's a wonderful address, and I'm sure a very useful one.
Yes.
It's time for me now to invite the special guest of honor, Dr. Cynthia Jackson Hammond, the President, Council for Higher Education Accreditation, to give her address.
Thank you so very much. And I want to begin by saying how honored I am to receive the Leadership Award. My heart is humbled by the recognition. Thank you, Professor Peter Okebukola and Professor Oliani, for the kind invitation to speak to over 4,000 wonderful and honored participants. I bring greetings to you from the Council for Higher Education Accreditation, located in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. It is truly a pleasure and an honor to welcome all of you to the Basic Cybersecurity of Higher Education Practitioners, Module 10. I can't believe it's module 10 already.
Yeah.
Where your mission is simple, yet powerful: to secure the digital world and empower the next generation of cybersecurity leaders. Today, you are not just opening the doors to a training program, you are opening the doors to a global mission. In a world where our lives are increasingly woven into technology, cybersecurity is essential. It is imperative. It is the shield that protects our ideas, our businesses, our privacy, and mostly all of our freedoms. And here at this program, you are committed to building that shield stronger, smarter, and more resilient than ever. In today's interconnected world, cybersecurity is not merely a technical discipline, it is a fundamental pillar of trust, security, and stability across every sector of society. From safeguarding individual privacy to protecting our national and international infrastructures. The challenges that we face are complex, ever evolving, and global in nature. It is here, within these spaces, that you will meet the challenges head on. This module is designed to equip you with not only cutting-edge technical expertise, but also the ethical considerations and strategic thinking necessary to lead this rapidly changing landscape. As members of this training module, you are stepping into a field where your skills will have a profound impact. You will be called upon to anticipate threats before they even happen, to innovate solutions where none yet exist, and to act as stewards of digital security in a world that depends on you more and more each day. This program was founded on a belief that knowledge is the best defense. By training sharp minds, fostering innovations, and encouraging collaborations, we can stay ahead of the game and help those who might be exploited by disruptors. Whether or not you're here to learn, to teach, to research, or to partner with VICBHE, you are now a part of a community that values vigilance, integrity, and impact. Cybersecurity is not just about preventing attacks. It's about enabling trust. It's about ensuring that when someone logs into a bank account, accesses medical records, or communicates with loved ones across the world, they can do so safely and confidently. This is a responsibility we all share, and this training module takes this responsibility to heart. Over the coming weeks, months, and years, this program will be a place of discovery, of challenge, and of growth. You will be asked to think critically, to innovate boldly, and act ethically. You will be part of shaping a digital future that is secure, inclusive, and strong. I encourage you all to make the most of your time. Ask questions, dive deeply, support each other, and never forget that the skills you build here have the power to protect millions. So I challenge you, be curious, be bold, dive deep into your passions, and remember, in this world, it is the defenders who are the real game changers. Once again, welcome. Together, let's build a safer digital world. I, as your supporter and partner, declare this module officially opened. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you indeed. a very powerful address. Our special guest of honor. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to hand over now to the Facilitator General to give us necessary announcements.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is it's going to be a combination of some vote of thanks from me and the announcements. I'd like to thank all our participants, 4,500 plus. As Cynthia and the others who are just joining us can see, Zoom has a maximum capacity of 1,000. If you have a meeting like this, 1,000. You can see we hit 1,000. All the others are spilling over because I'm streaming live on YouTube. So you have all the others on YouTube as we speak live. I'd like to salute you all. I'd like to congratulate you on enrolling for this course. By the way, Cynthia and our guests, since we started 24 years ago, our program has not charged anybody a cent using the American currency. We're not charging anybody $1, a cent. We've offered free. The idea is that we in Africa, let us share the knowledge and skills that God has given us, share freely. And that's what we have been doing. We don't charge anybody anything. And we're thankful to the Vice Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria, Professor Olufemi Peters. In the last 4+ years, he has done so well. I wrote him a letter, a Goodwill message during the convocation ceremony that just ended about how well he has taken the National Open University of Nigeria from where he took off, from where the former Vice Chancellor handed over to him. He has taken the thing up and up. And VICBHE is being delivered via the National Open University of Nigeria. Of course, we have National Universities Commission, the TED Fund, and the others that are partnering. So I'd like to thank all our partners. And of course, Okebukola Science Foundation is making an input here. Now, to our special guests, Professor Olusola Oyewole, he had, what he said is that he will be in Tanzania on the top level mission, and maybe he will send a Goodwill message. But for the love he has for VICBHE, what has he done? What he has done is to, just give me a minute now. What he has done is to show himself physically, meaning that he had to leave another very important program to be here. Professor Olusola Oyewole, I know I'm your ambassador for West Africa, but I don't take it for granted that you are able to be here at all our events. I appreciate you very much. The chairman of the occasion, I just called him up and I said, Professor Chefu. Professor Chefu delivered a resounding address. So I'd like to thank our chairman. And of course, our special guest of honor. We're 5 hours ahead of where she's based in the eastern part of the United States. I think she's based in Washington. I don't know whether she's in Florida at this time, but she's based in Washington. And she was able to be here along with the Prime Minister. I call her Prime Minister of Chair, who is also here. So I'd like to thank you all for being here. And our mother in Malawi, she's our mother in Malawi, Professor Abulire Piri, all your staff are doing very well on VICBHE programs. And we really appreciate that you are able to find out of a very busy schedule to join us during this opening ceremony. I must not leave out, because Professor Monelu Olani and the others said that we had a keynote address speaker that spoke to the heart of the matter. And I just told him that maybe Barack Obama will come and learn a few things from him. Is he still in the room? Or are you here? Are you still here, sir? Or no, it's not.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
You are still here. No, let's see your face. Let's see your face. Let's see your face, my friend. Let's see your face. You gave a keynote address that I can't see your face yet. Okay. Yeah, you give a keynote. Yeah, that's it. You give a keynote address that most outstanding. We'd like to thank you so very much. You related to us. You came down, you followed a spectrum from the mumu to the expert. Of course, you are the you are the expert in this business. So thank you very much, sir, for gracing the occasion and giving us this very outstanding keynote address. You can see that we have our surnames are the same. Well, you can draw any conclusion that you like. So the announcements, yes. One is that tomorrow is Workers' Day. You all have the program. So please follow that program and read the newsletters. Newsletter number 3, we're going to have a Friday test. Is going to be as you can find in that newsletter. Friday test is going to be on this opening ceremony. Is going to be on video lesson 1. Is going to be on all the things we've learned this week. There'll be 40 items there, and you have 40 minutes to address it. Our help desk open all the time. So enjoy May. We're stepping into May in a few hours. Enjoy June and enjoy July. We're hoping, as our keynote address speaker said, looking forward to July 11th when we'll shake your hands and they will say, yes, you have earned the certificate. But beyond the certificate, as the keynote address speaker said, beyond the certificate is the knowledge, the skills that you take along. And our special guest of honor has given us hints as to how we can be good participants in this course. Once again, thank you very much. Appreciate our Deputy Facilitator General, Professor Monioluwa Olaniyi, a globally renowned nematologist. When nematodes see her, they run inside bush. So she just finished presenting.
Thank you for the honor.
I just saw a poster now. Your seminar presentation on comparing the ODR delivery system in NOUN and the other distance learning centers. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to share the findings with us. So back to you, Professor Monioluwa Olaniyi.
Thank you very much, Director and Facilitator General of the Virtual Institute for Capacity Building in Higher Education. This is where we'll be drawing the curtain. The next item on our agenda is the national anthem, and I will request
our own dear native land, though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland.
thank you for making history. See you on Friday in the test room. And I wish you all the best and a good success. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Roddy. Bye.